Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing my full review of the Kunwu Knives Mini Tau. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. Alright, cool, let's get into it. So, this is the Mini Tau from Kunwu Knives. And if you have not heard of Kunwu Knives, they're kind of an up-and-coming company. They produce their knives. I think it's through an OEM. So they have their, I think they design their knives and then they have them made in the machine shop. I'm pretty sure it's in China, and they've come out with I want to say two knives before this one. I'm pretty sure one or two knives. So this is not their first design. It's not their first knife. And I got this guy from Kickstarter. They had a pretty big following on Kickstarter. Just heads up, this was super late. I forget, it's been a while. I forget what month it was supposed to arrive, but there were definitely some, I don't know if it was production delays or customs or something, but it was definitely super delayed. And I had to email, I emailed the company a couple times, and, you know, it was just a little bit hard to get a hold of someone and kind of get a straight answer, but it did arrive. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, which is okay. I like my small knives. There were two options. Of course, I'm the one that chose the mini Tau. There was also the regular size Tau, which was excuse me, which was substantially bigger. And I haven't handled the large Tau, but it looks just about the size of a Mini Freak, just from videos that I've seen. So it maybe even a little bit bigger, actually. So of course I went with the mini one, which is very mini. Now, I was pretty pumped up to get a hold of this knife because it has premium materials. It's got the orange peel, titanium finish. It's titanium scales. It is, you can see the pivot collar is actually Damascus, which is awesome. It's M390 blade steel. It is actually a flipper. This little thing is a flipper tab. It works sometimes, and it is also a front flipper. So let's go ahead and see the action. You guys can see what I'm talking about. It is a frame lock, so you got to be a little bit careful with where you put your middle finger or whatever finger is gonna kind of pinch the knife and hold on while you flip it. Okay, that was pretty good. Lock up, solid. Let's see the action. I mean, to be expected for a small knife. Until I got my my Synapse Mini, my Vero Synapse Mini, I would expect all small knives to have that kind of, that kind of action where, it's not drop shut. You gotta shake it and really get it to close, or just use your other hand and close it. But after the Vero Synapse Mini, which is just insane drop shut action, now I have like a new expectation for small knives to have that same action, which I guess I'm kind of spoiled now. But this definitely does not have that drop shut action. Do I need that action on every knife I own? No, definitely not. So it is a back flipper, or regular flipper. Okay, fine. And it is a front flipper also. Pretty snappy front flipping action. So I've carried this guy. I've flipped it and flipped it extensively. Because at first, let's see, I mean, you can definitely fail the knife. Yeah. So that's what happened, not on purpose, but a lot of my initial flips were fails. And I was trying to figure out why. And I haven't come up with a good answer. I'm just going to go with, I think the detent is a little mushy, is a little bit weak, because this should not fail. I shouldn't be able to do that. And I've gotten pickier and pickier, you know, let's call the Detent Diva lefty EDC and get his thoughts. But man, I just shouldn't be able to do that. I've been spoiled with really good detents lately, and this is not one of them. Now the front flipper, this is actually a super snappy, really, really excellent front flipper. It just feels too small in my hand when I'm doing the front flip. So anyway, that's the action. Now let's go ahead and get this guy front flipped out. Oh. Let's see what this says. M390 blade steel. It did come super freaking sharp, and I sliced myself with this guy for the first time in a while. I cut myself because it is so damn sharp, and the blade, I mean the actual knife is tiny, kind of hard to maneuver. Anyway, I'm recovered now. So Mini Tau, I guess that's the serial number. First production 210 of 400. Cool. So let's go ahead and get into a quick little size comparison. Yep. All right, that was a successful flip. Let's go ahead and get the Benchmade Mini Freak, which is substantially bigger. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Hopefully I have this here. Let's see. No, I don't. It's over here. Okay. So go ahead and get my my quiet carry IQ, which I think is comparable. It is a flipper. The only difference is the quiet carry IQ's detent is dialed in perfectly. So still smaller. The Kunwu, the Mini Tau is still smaller than both of these, but let's go ahead and get some measurements so you can see where they fall. 3-inch blade for the IQ, about 6.5 overall, and for the Mini Tau, oh my gosh, like 2.25, 2-inch blade ish. Okay, let's say 2.5. 2.5 on the blade and about 5.5 overall, if that. That's kind of a generous measurement. And then of course Benchmade the Freak, 3-inch on the blade and about 7 overall. So definitely a tiny knife. Let's go ahead and get the IQ put away. Same thing with the Mini Freak. And let's talk a little bit more about the Mini Tau. Now, they are doing a second production run of this, and I was kind of interested in getting the larger version. So I emailed, I guess he's the, I don't know, CEO, or he's the boss. And he was super nice. I mean, he was really cool. And I want to mention that. He was super cool, super nice. He told me they're doing, you know, they have an Excel or Google spreadsheet or Excel spreadsheet that you can put your name onto, and then they're going to, I don't know, email you when it's ready, or it's a wait list or something. But it just seemed kind of unorganized. And then when I went to go kind of check up on it and see what was going on, because this was like months ago, turns out their website got hacked. So, I mean, I feel for them. Their website got hacked. There was production delays. They're struggling to get a second production run going, I think. You know, I don't want to give them too much crap, but this Mini is it's not my favorite. Now, let's go ahead and try and get a really nice flip on this. Okay, so I really have to, you know, pull down and press. It's not my favorite flipper. As far as the upsides to this knife, it's premium materials. I love the orange peel finish. Yeah, you can see the texture. Feels great. There's just a little bit of grip. I really like that. I'm kind of getting bored of, you know, the plain titanium. So these little milling lines, really cool. Great texture for my thumb when I want to. Oh, you know what? That'd be actually. I don't know why. I don't know why there's. I was about to say for my thumb stud, but there's no thumb stud. I would love to see a thumb stud on their knives. These little milling lines would be great. Anyway, another upside is the front flipping action is awesome. You know, it's no Pena, but it is definitely up there. If this knife was a little bit bigger, I think that the front flipping action would feel even better, and it already feels great. Now, this is M390, which gotta give them credit. It's they went into their whole like heat treating process and their grinding and whatever. So you can see full flat grind. You can see the grind lines. Looks like they definitely took their time with it. They know what they're doing. The blade is super damn sharp. So hats off to them. They definitely know how to grind a blade. I do not like the billboarding here. I don't mind a lot of billboarding. Like, you know, some people get weirded out or pissed if there's too many, you know, if they list M390 and there's too much stuff going on. But I mean, it doesn't even look like it was designed. It looks like it was like typed on Microsoft Word, and they just like, they're like, where should we put it? I don't know. Let's put it right in the middle of the blade. It takes up 50% of the blade. I mean, come on. Another upside though is the serial number. I'm really into serial numbers. I want to know, especially if it's the first production run, I want to know which number my knife is. So I'm all about that. Very cool. Now, it is a frame lock. The lockup is solid. No blade play. Up top, we got some, what feels like standard jimping. Ergos are amazing if I only had 2 fingers. So I don't feel the clip. I do feel some rough edges, which is actually the, I guess that's the flipper tab. So not crazy about that. Yeah, that definitely kind of eats up my finger. It's just a tiny knife, so I'm not really gonna critique the Ergos too much as far as the size goes, but if this guy was a little bit bigger, kind of in between the large Tau and the mini Tau, I think I would enjoy it more. This backspacer, I don't know why there's jimping there. I guess, nah, I don't know why there's jimping there. This is kind of ugly to me. We got a standoff, which is cool, but again, I don't know why there is texture on the backspacers. The blade shape, I like it. Got a nice drop point. Got the little, I guess that's the Kunwu, I guess that's a K, the Kunwu logo. Cool. Now, the pocket clip, it's deep carry, but I don't know if it needs to be deep carry. I would much rather see like a milled pocket clip. I mean, if you look at this, I feel like this is the more refined version. This is what the pocket clip should be. Milled pocket clip. You can still make it deep carry or just as deep as the knife goes. It doesn't need to go over the knife. You can see what Quiet Carry did. So, I think, so let's see, blade centering. Yeah, pretty good. I think overall it's like a good first attempt, but unfortunately it's not their first attempt. So I'll definitely keep an eye out on what they're doing next. But for now, not the biggest fan. And to end this video, let's go ahead and do a nice detent fail. So anyway, not my favorite. There's definitely some improvements that need to be made here, and they're right on with the blade, with the grinding, with the sharpening, with the heat treat. It all seems right on. Seems like they're going in the right direction. The materials are obviously great. I just don't know if the design is in the right direction. So definitely looking forward to seeing what they will do next. And I want to thank everyone for listening in and checking out my videos. Definitely hit me up on Instagram, follow. I'll try and follow back. I really appreciate all the support. It means a lot. This has been Knife Standards. Thanks for listening.